If you count the legal votes, I easy win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. If you count the votes that came in late, we're looking at them very strongly, but a lot of votes came in late. Our goal is to defend the integrity of the election. We'll not allow the corruption to steal such an important election, or any election for that matter. And we can't allow anybody to silence our voters and manufacture results. It'll probably go through a legal process. And as you know, I've claimed certain states, and he's claiming states, and we can both claim the states. But ultimately, I have a feeling judges are going to have to rule. But there's been a lot of shenanigans, and we can't stand for that in our country.
That was the president speaking from the White House tonight. Today, a judge in the city of Philadelphia ordered election officials to allow Republican election observers to watch the votes being counted from within 6 feet. Hard to know why they were excluded in the first place, and amazingly, Democrats have appealed that order. On what grounds? It's not clear. Why would you exclude people from watching something that affects the whole country? The Trump campaign says officials did not comply with the judge's ruling.
A judge in this state issued a ruling that the Board of Elections has summarily dismissed. They believe they're above the law. It is shameful that the boards of elections here in Pennsylvania thinks they do not have to listen to a judge's order. This judge has ordered us inside to review this process, and the Board of Elections and your sheriff said no. So what do? We go get relief by the federal government to make sure every legal vote is counted.
Okay, so in case you couldn't hear that, let's simplify the question. Why would anybody try to prevent oversight of vote counting? It's a really simple question. What's the answer? One poll watcher, a man called Brian McCafferty, explained that election officials just weren't allowing him to watch what they were doing.
Okay, my name's Brian McCafferty. I was inside the Philadelphia Convention Center today observing people counting votes. I got thrown out because I took video of corrupt people trying to undermine the President of the United States. And this gentleman right here, he threw me out. He told me I'm not allowed back in. And the reason is because I took video of people trying to undermine and have a coup against the President of the United States.
Brian McCafferty joins us now. Mr. McCafferty, thanks so much for coming on. So tell us what you believe you saw in there.
Hi, Tucker, can you hear me?
I can hear perfectly, thanks.
Okay, great. So yesterday I was asked to be a watcher. It's called a pre-canvas / canvas watcher. And I walked into the convention center yesterday at 8 a.m. not knowing what I would expect. And there was really no direction. And it was complete chaos. And it was at that point that I had the opportunity to talk to one of the Trump attorneys. And I said, listen, we have a 50,000 square foot facility here. And we have steel barriers being set up. Let's say for optical purposes, 1/8 of the place is free for the people that are supposed to supervise to watch the people that are counting votes, which was a complete farce. Okay, you can't make this up. You can see from the videos that I've sent to Fox News, and nobody gave any direction. There were 8-hour shifts, and you can do whatever you want. And I started watching, and I said, wait a second, you can't see anything. The closest desk, okay, let's put things in perspective. The closest desk was 30 feet. The farthest desk was probably 150 feet. And you knew this was orchestrated. Everybody had yellow jackets. Okay, that's how they orchestrated it. However, nobody knew where these people went. And I started looking to the right-hand corner. And at that point yesterday, I started taking videos. I said, what are those black trash bags in the right-hand corner of the Philadelphia Convention Center? And there was no communication. And when people asked questions, they were really, they wouldn't answer them. And at that point, you said to yourself, listen, something's wrong here. something's wrong. So I left yesterday at 4 o'clock. I came back today, and I started taking videos and pictures inside the convention center. And the reason you and I are talking is one went viral, okay? And I really feel sorry for this individual. His name's the Philly Godfather. He's one of the biggest handicappers, and Stu Varney has him on Fox all the time. And his Twitter account shut down right now. Because
on what ground? On what grounds?
There is no ground, because people are listening to it. Freedom of speech. And I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And if I tell you yesterday that when you walk into the convention center, and this is, we're not talking about, we're talking about the presidential, we're talking about the President of the United States of America, okay? And I walk up and there's steel barriers, like we're criminals, okay? And the closest you can see is 30 feet away. And today, Corey Lewandowski and Trump's attorneys are inside the convention center today, and they move everybody up, okay? And you still can't see what's going on. There's something wrong, man. There's something wrong. Listen, you don't have to be a Democrat or Republican. You know something's wrong. And this is really sad in America right now.
Well, I mean, if they're having you, quote, observe from 150 feet away, I'm 51, I can barely see 10 feet away. I mean, that's, yeah. Brian McCafferty, I appreciate your coming on tonight and telling us what you saw, or rather what you didn't see. Thanks very much. Good for you for being...
But Tucker,
public.
I also took video of what I saw. I took video of what I saw. And that's why I got thrown out.
Yeah. Of course. Too much transparency. And by the way, if I can just say the obvious point that no one wants to say, the city of Philadelphia has a long and very well-documented history of corruption. Doesn't mean corruption's going on now, but it means it has a lot in the past. So the onus is on them to reassure our concerns about their vote counting. It's not on us, it's on them. And they're preventing you from watching? Okay.
Well, let's just finalize this. The mayor let this city burn to the ground.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yep. Okay? Jim Kenney and Josh Shapiro. Okay, let's just say something. Josh Shapiro said before the election that, Trump can't win. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. That's not reassuring.
Are we really? No, Tucker, are we going to let this happen? Yes or no?
We're going to watch as carefully, press as hard, be as honest as we can be, because in the end, no one will believe the results of any election if they don't believe the results of this election. That's our view. We mean it. And so we're going to press forward. That's why we're having you on tonight, and we're happy to. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.